My nephew? You seem to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Aunt Augusta. I have now realised for the first time in my life the vital importance of being earnest.
Hi there, I'm Jeff Pedley and I'm an English teacher at EEB2 in Brussels. The Importance of Being Earnest is currently the set text for the English L2 European BAC, and it will be explored within the theme of deception. Today I'm going to look into this theme with analysis of 6 key quotes. Please note that I will be cutting away to the 1988 Theatre Nights production of the play, which stays faithful to the original text, and you can find it in the link below.
That, my dear young Algy, is the whole truth, pure and simple.
But the truth is rarely pure and never simple.
These words by Algernon Moncrief underpin a crucial theme of the play, that of deception. Algernon's line hints that honesty isn't always straightforward, and this idea weaves throughout the whole play. Algernon, a witty character, points to a deeper truth about the character's behaviours. His words suggest that what seems true might not always be entirely honest. It's like looking beneath a mask. What you see isn't always what's real. In this play, everyone seems to play a role, hiding their true selves to fit into society's expectations. Algernon's words remind us that all these characters live in a world where they're not always truthful about who they are and what they do.
You have invented a very useful younger brother called Ernest, in order that you may be able to come up to town as often as you like. I have invented an invaluable permanent invalid called Bunbury, in order that I may be able to go down into the country whenever I choose. Bunbury is perfectly invaluable. If it wasn't for Bunbury's extraordinary bad health, for instance, I shouldn't be able to dine with you tonight at the Savoy, for I've really been engaged to Aunt Augusta for more than a week.
In these words, Algernon talks to Jack about their made-up excuses. Jack's invented brother Ernest and Algernon's pretend sick friend Bunbury. Algernon says that Bunbury's constant illness is handy. It allows Algernon to avoid commitments and to go out with Jack even when he's already promised to visit his aunt. Algernon uses Bunbury's supposed sickness as a convenient excuse to escape obligations. He implies that without Bunbury's supposed poor health, he couldn't have joined Jack for dinner. Algernon's explanation shows how both he and Jack create imaginary reasons to do as they please without facing consequences. These lines reveal how the characters use these imaginary figures to escape their responsibilities and commitments, allowing them the freedom to live the lives they want without being tied down. It portrays how much they rely on deception to maintain their lifestyles and avoid constraints imposed by society or their duties.
Nothing will induce me to part with Bunbury. And if ever you get married, which seems to me extremely problematic, you will be very glad to know Bunbury. A man who marries without knowing Bunbury has a very tedious time of it.
In these lines, Algernon is again talking about Bunbury, a made-up excuse to escape responsibilities. When Jack plans to end this imaginary brother that he has to settle down with Gwendoline, Algernon disagrees. He believes that marriage doesn't stop the need for excuses like Bunbury. In fact, he says that married men need Bunbury even more. At first, it might seem like a joke about marriage, making fun of the idea of happily ever after. But there's a deeper meaning. Algernon hints that in Victorian society, husbands often live double lives. Wilde, the author, of course, maybe is suggesting that Jack's refusal to admit his Bunburyist ways make him a hypocrite. When Jack finally confesses to the truth, it's painful for him. He later discovers that he's been living a lie his whole life, always pretending to be someone else.
I'm not really wicked at all, Cousin Cecily. You mustn't think that I'm wicked.
If you are not, then you have certainly been deceiving us all in a very inexcusable manner. I hope you have not been leading a double life, pretending to be wicked and being really good all the time. That would be hypocrisy.
In this conversation between Algernon and Cecily, deceit again plays a significant role. Algernon denies being wicked, prompting Cecily to suggest that if he truly isn't wicked, he has been deceiving everyone. She questions whether he's leading a double life, portraying himself as wicked when actually being virtuous, labelling such behaviour as hypocrisy. This exchange underscores the prominence of deception within the play. Characters like Algernon navigate a world where the Victorian expectations heavily influence their behaviour. They often adopt facades that align with society's norms, even if it contradicts their true selves. Algernon's denial of wickedness hints at his awareness of society's judgment, prompting him to disassociate from a trait that might not conform to society's ideals. Cecily's response delves deeper into the complexity of deception. She not only questions Algernon's honesty, but also highlights the potential hypocrisy in presenting oneself differently from their genuine nature. This moment could potentially be reflecting Wilde's commentary on society's pressure, leading individuals to deceive others, consciously or not, to fit within 19th century established constructs. In this scene, Jack reveals a surprising truth to Gwendolen. He expresses a sense of distress, stating that it's awful to realise he's spoken only the truth. It seems like an odd thing to seek forgiveness for, but the context unveils a deeper layer.
It is a terrible thing for a man to find out suddenly that all his life he's been speaking nothing but the truth. Can you ever forgive me?
Jack's statement here is paradoxical. On the surface, it appears to suggest genuine honesty, a virtue normally praised. However, his distress arises from a different angle. He's confessing to Gwendolen that his life has been a fabrication, built upon a lie. His identity as Ernest, a persona he adopted, wasn't true. This admission implies that all the truths he spoke were, in fact, part of the deceit. He seeks Gwendolen's forgiveness, not for speaking truthfully, but for leading a life steeped in deception. This moment underscores the complexity of truth and falsehood in the play. Jack's realisation reveals the intricate web of deceit woven into his life, where perceived truthfulness was, in reality, a mask for his elaborate deception. It highlights the struggle between truth and pretense, where characters they struggle with the blurred lines between honesty and deceit, seeking forgiveness for a life built upon an intricate lie.
My nephew? You seem to be displaying signs of triviality.
On the contrary, Aunt Augusta, I have now realised for the first time in my life the vital importance of being earnest.
In this final exchange, Lady Bracknell remarks that her nephew Jack appears to be acting frivolously. Jack, however, responds by stating the opposite. He's realised the crucial significance of being earnest for the first time. Lady Bracknell's comment implies that Jack is behaving in a shallow or unimportant manner, possibly not taking things seriously, but Jack's comeback is quite the opposite. He's suggesting that he's had an epiphany. For the first time in his life, he understands the profound importance of being sincere, honest and genuine. This exchange holds a deeper meaning. On one level, it seems like a witty exchange where Jack cleverly plays with the words earnest and earnestness as a name and a quality respectively. However, it also suggests a turning point for Jack's character. He is recognising the value of honesty and sincerity, indicating a shift from his previous trivial or insincere behaviour. This moment sets the stage for the theme of authenticity versus pretense, highlighting the importance of being truthful and genuine in a world filled with deception. And there you go, my top 6 quotes with analysis in reference to deception and the importance of being earnest. Please note that underneath in the comments section you can find links to the full script of this video, the full text via Project Gutenberg. I've also placed a link to the Theatre Nights version of the play underneath as well from 1988, I think. And finally, to help you with your own revision, there's a link to 3 study sites. Best of luck with your study, with your independent study and with the exams. Bye bye. Oh, record a little video. S6, S7. I'm going to be in this chuffing room until midnight. How do I sort out? This is going to need a big filter. Can I fill in some hair as well?